One of the most common questions we usually hear from teachers when they're going to get started with creating their own course in Schoology, they'll go and they'll ask, what is the best way for me to go ahead and organize my course in Schoology? Well, it really depends what it is you want to do. Let's take a look at a couple of examples of this. For example, the course that we're in right now, what I've been doing is I'm setting up basically a folder for each week or each quote-unquote unit that we are working on. And then inside that folder, I'm putting all of the materials associated with that particular topic. So whether it be just a page of some information, links that we're going to, review quizzes, discussions, anything, any materials that I have for that particular week, I have grouped in one spot so that my students, all of you, the participants, will be able to know, okay, I'm going into this folder, here's the stuff that we have for that week. Right. I do also have another folder then coming up for the next week, for week number 2, which I am able to keep unpublished. So on the student side of things, you're not even able to see that folder yet, so that way I can work on it and keep it kind of hidden from view. One of the things I'll be able to do is as the course progresses, I can go back and forth and change which folders are visible and which ones are not. Which can further help to make sure students are going to the right spot. So like my week 1, let's say we get into week 3, I don't need week 1 visible anymore. I could go up here and basically I select unpublish, and that would make it invisible to the students. We're here week 2. When I'm ready to go with week 2, I just have to click publish, and then students can go ahead and access it. Now if we go to another course, let's say our faculty course, you'll see that this one is set up a little bit differently. This one we have folders for just different topics overall. So really we're looking at this as being used as kind of like a storehouse of all that information. Where do I go to find that class meeting stuff? Oh, right there in the class meeting folder. We got a faculty meeting in October. Where's our stuff for the faculty meeting? Right there within that folder. That kind of structure makes more sense instead of just having where we have tasks or links organized for each day or for the week, to have things a little bit easier to find in that fashion. Taking a look at what Andy Elder's been doing with his algebra class, you'll see he's basically doing the same thing that I'm doing in our course, where he's got a folder for each different unit, and when the students go into the unit, then he's got folders for that unit broken apart into the different activities. So if students are supposed to do some stuff with independent practice, if students just need to have some handouts, he'd have them in there. Nothing in there yet. Or if there's any review quizzes that they're going to do, that he has them grouped up in that way. Now, is that the best way for him to work? Well, I think that's going to be one of the things that Mr. Elder will take a look, see how it's working, get feedback from the kids, and decide if he wants to keep using it organized that way or not. You're really not going to know until you get going with it. So the main thing to do would be to kind of think, is this going to be something that you use every day or every other day? If you're going to have your students using Schoology quite a bit to kind of keep them as, hey, here's the task that you're going to complete, you probably are going to want a format where you've got folders for each unit so that students can go into them to work on what they need to work on. If you're looking at using Schoology as more of like a storehouse for the resources and occasionally having some things that they're going to complete, then you might want to do really a folder that just is divided up by topic types, like we have with our middle school faculty one. Okay? But there really is no right or wrong way to do it. There's no magic bullet way to set this up. You just want to pick a pattern, be consistent with it, and if you decide to change things, make sure you talk to the students about the change that you're making.